Good morning, everybody. This is Chris Bruce in Spokane, Washington. I'm filling in for the great Dave Johnson today, and we're going to talk about Avini and the compensation plan and also the website and how we can use it as a great tool for building our business, keeping track of where things are going, helping us set goals, and just really find out what's happening in our business. So first of all, I'm going to go through the compensation plan because there's a lot of new people joining every day, and we need to make sure people know what's going on and how they can really maximize their ability to share Avini with people, and also how they can create an income that's going to allow them to grow as a person, as an influencer, for health, because we really have something here that's going to make a big difference in the health of people in general. So on the share screen here, I have our trinary compensation plan, and I'm just going to do some definitions across the top. So rank is pretty obvious. There's the two metal ranks and then the gem ranks as we're going through down here. Each rank, like silver, is broken into three distinct tiers or ranks: apprentice, director, and executive. PV is personal volume. So you need to have a personal purchase of products equaling this number here. So for most levels, it's 100. So if you ordered $100 worth of products before shipping and tax, you are personally active. As you get up a little further into Emerald, you need to have 200. And so those are pretty reasonable. I have a fairly large family, and we go through, easily double this amount, even with having a few kids that I have to remind them, every day to get them to take it every 2 or 3 days. These are active personal customers, APCs. And so you need 1, then 2, then 3 as you're going down. Caps out around 8. APD is the active personal distributors. And again, it goes 1, jumps to 3, stays 3, goes to 4, 6, 8. So you don't have to bring in the entire world to build a business like this, but you do have to bring in some people, and then personally qualified legs. So you have to have at least 2 legs frontline under you, and we will go in and see what that looks like when we go to the website, and it goes up to 3, 3, 3, 3. The QV is the qualified volume. And so your volume is everything, including you, your customers, everyone you've brought in, everyone they've brought in, anyone that was placed in your downline from up above, and then the leg percentage. So a lot of times it's in other systems, it's a little more difficult to qualify. They're being really generous here. And so in these 2 legs that you have to have for the silver ranks, 80% of the volume needed for it, so this 500 QV, 400 of that can come from 1 leg. So you could have 1 really big leg and then a small leg with only 100 points in it and still qualify for a team commission. So the most you can get from a leg is the max leg. The minimum required from your smallest leg is this one. And then this is the end of the month bonus. And so at first it's not super big, but this essentially would pay for 1 product. And you'll also get commissions on your customers and stuff like that. So it'll be higher than this. As you go up, the team commission grows as you jump through the ranks. And then when you get to the executive or 3rd tier of each rank, there's a rank up bonus. And so if you were to join Avini and in your first month, sign up 1 customer, 1 distributor, and had someone from your upline place a 2nd distributor in your group so that you had 2 legs, then your volume reached 500 total, you would get that team commission. If your volume total reached 1,500, so say you brought in 1 and they brought in 1 or 2, the person that was placed under you by upline brought in 1 or 2, pretty quickly you can get to that 1,500 point rank. You would get this $150 bonus on top of the 180 you get for being a silver executive. And as you go through, these ranks jump up and jump up and jump up. And these rank up bonuses are cumulative. So say in your first month, you did 4,000 points and you had 2 customers and 3 distributors, you would get 480 as your team commission. You'd get the $500 rank up bonus for gold, but you'd also get the rank up bonus for silver. And so you can see if you have a really good month and you skip a rank, you jump all the way over, these can pile up. So these first 2, you get it immediately. So the 10th of the next month is when they process the checks. And so after that, you'd get all of this. With the ones that are over 1,000, you get them in 2 separate checks. So the first time you do it, you would get 500. The second time you reach Sapphire Executive, you would receive the other 500 for a total of $1,000 bonus. Those don't have to be consecutive months. If you do it in May and then again in August, it counts and you still get all of your money. Okay, so that's the basics of the compensation plan. It's the leadership matching bonus. So if you're Sapphire and above, at the end of the month, they will look at everybody you personally sponsored, and whatever this team commission is, you'll get 7% of this number as a matching bonus added to your check. And then everybody that your personal people brought in, you'll get a 5% matching bonus. So Sapphire and above, that really, if you're someone who can recruit a lot of people, this could end up being a very significant bonus, a large part of your check. All right, so now we're going to go back into our back office. All right, this is not my back office, this is Dave's back office, but I'm just going to show you the different parts of it. So the rank information, this is one of the ones that you'll want to look at. You can scroll through the different ranks. So you can see when I scroll to the left, it drops down. This is his completion here. And if we go to there, so diamond, he's not quite there yet. And so if you're looking at this and you go past all your 100% and you get to the first one that's not 100%, if you drop down to this rank requirements right there, and it loads up, this will tell you exactly what's needed between where you are, all these green bars, and what is needed. So to get to the next rank, to get to diamond, Dave needs 2 more customers, and he needs a little bit more qualified volume. Okay, so if we look at his legs, he's pretty balanced. So this is a really good one over here. So he's got the left leg, the middle leg, and the right leg. They're all pretty close, which is what you want to have. So click that back off. If you're looking at this for the first time, this is your snapshot. Tells you if you are commission active, that means that you have your 100 or 200 points, depending on the rank you're going. The customer volume, your personal volume, number of active distributors. So Dave has done a really good job. That's a big number. So these are the customers that you have that are personally active. But if you look down at this last one, it's the number of retail customers. So he's had 2 customers that have gone to the website, they've looked at it, but they have yet to place their order. So he's got 6 that are active, 2 more that are thinking about it. And so this is a way that you can kind of track and see how many of your people have had an auto ship and placed an order during the month, and just compare those numbers. And as you go, this number is going to keep growing, because as you're looking for more distributors, a lot of people are just going to buy product, because not everybody wants to build a business or sees it right now. They might want to try the product before they get in. And so, and we're rewarded for doing that. Qualified legs, and again, it's the number of active personal distributors versus active. And so everybody he's brought in that's gone and filled out their paperwork is active this month. And so when we switch over to June, this number is going to drop and this one will stay. And as each person's auto ships or orders go through, then this number will start to join this number. Same here. So that's the relationship there. Okay, so I told you we would go and we would look at what the legs look like. So under the business tab on the left here, if it's on your phone or your tablet, it's probably going to be to the top. The report center is essentially the business snapshot we just looked at. but you can break it down and look for different information. So you can, well, I'll just go there. So you can create a report. So if you go into to create a report here, you have all of the different people that are in your group, and you can filter through. And so you can see, I want to know when Darren Sliva hits the next rank, or I want to know when everybody I've signed up has placed an order, and just filter it for different sizes, different ranks, all these different kinds of things. And so that can be really handy. I haven't played with it a lot, but I think if you like spreadsheets, you could get it to where it tracks several things, and then at a glance, you could go through and pick out where your activity needs to go. Okay, so the visual tree, that's the one that's really, really fun. And let's see if I can shrink and scroll. Okay, so when you're looking at this, it has all these symbols. So you can see the pin rank essentially. So if someone has a box, that means they've ordered their pack. And then that's a silver, sapphire, emerald. And so at a glance, you can kind of pick and see. These little down arrows here, if you tap on them, it expands so that you can now see down below, and you can go through and track and track and track and track. All right. Go over here like this. If you want to see more detailed information on someone in your group, you can go through. If you tap on their name, it brings on up on the side, you can see their volume, the left, the middle, and the right leg, and just go person to person to person and be able to track and see who you need to help and what they need. And that's something that I do towards the end of the month, is I will go through and I will look compared to the pin rank they're displaying, where people might have a spot. So if they're small leg, I'll compare that to what the minimum leg is required for the next rank above them. If it's within a couple hundred points, I'll give them a call and say, is there anybody that I can call for you? Is there any way I can help to help you reach that next rank? Because a lot of times, because of imbalance, you'll have a really big leg and a really small leg. If you can kind of bring them closer together, the ranks come a little faster. And that's really one of the big learning curves that you have to have, is where to spend your time working so that you're benefiting as many people in your downline as possible and helping them not to miss out on money. So a lot of times, I mentioned on my call yesterday, and Dave seemed to really like it, flamingos. Sometimes you'll have a person going down, and then this leg will go down and down. I don't know what this leg's going to look like. Let's see if I can find one. Well, like this one here, you'll have several people in a row with only one under them. And so they only have one leg to stand on. And as you go down, sometimes those will expand, and you'll have, down underneath, you'll suddenly have it where it expands way far out. So I look for people that only have one or two legs and go in and see how can I help you get that third person in your group. And that's where, once you've brought in several people, that's where you're going to spend a lot of your time. You're going to be wanting to bring in new people all the time, but you don't want to leave your new people alone. You don't want to just say, well, kick them out of the nest, go have fun, call me when you're diamond. You want to be part of their business as much as they will allow. And you'll find people where there's people who really click with you. There's some people that might click with an upline, and you want to make sure you connect them to somebody else. It might be a crossline person. You might find that there's someone that you've brought into your business and you don't have a lot in common other than the business, but they might have a hobby, interest, or background that really matches with someone up crossline, downline, upline somewhere. If you can get them to make contact and be part of a group together, that solidifies your team. So this is an amazing tool when you can go through. And I also will keep notes. So I'll look at these, the different leg strengths, and then I'll go back 2 or 3 days later and see what's changed. And if there has been a major change in one leg, I'll go and track that down and find out where the new activity is so that we can find the best place to help people. Volume history and holding tank. This will mean more later on. You'll be able to go back and look what you did last month and 6 months ago. Right now, we weren't here last month, so there's nothing really to show. Your holding tank, when you bring someone in and they buy a pack, they don't immediately go into your tree. Instead, they go into a holding tank, and they'll be there for 5 days until you place them. And that lets you find where in your team they're going to fit best. And so, considerations are what's going to help them most and what's going to help the team most, and then what's going to help you to get your next rank. So if you have one leg that's much weaker than the others and you want to bring it up, that might be a good place to put that new person. And so you want to find a spot that's going to work for everybody to do the best. If you don't place them at the end of 5 days, then the computer will automatically place them in the top left open spot. So, so Dave has all of his full, and so probably this is his next open spot. So if he didn't place somebody, just let them sit in the holding tank, they'd probably pop in right here. So the upper left spot. All right, tools. We love tools. All right, so we've got documents and media under here. And this is the one where you can go through and get all of the information about the different products that we have. And a lot of these are, really in-depth studies. You've got to go in there with a pick and a shovel and a headlamp and dig into the deep stuff. And a lot of it is also very easy to read, stuff that you would be able to just send to anybody, and it's a one-pager. But as you go through, I would recommend reading all of these, even if you only pick up a couple of key phrases or facts. They're little things that you can pepper in. Most people, when they say, well, how does it work? They want to hear that it works really good. But some people want to hear some details. And so you want to make sure that you have at least a little bit of that. And then I would also have someone on tap that likes to talk about it. So like a Chip Littlejohn, there's only one of him, but, maybe you can find a mini Chip somewhere that knows almost as much as Chip Littlejohn. And you can do 3-way calls with that person and say, hey, I'm on with Susan here, and she just asked this question. Could you maybe give her a little more detail than I'm able to do? And again, that ties people in, it gives more credibility. But I would recommend going through these. Some of them are shareable, like the Rick Deich 5-minute video. I believe that they're making a Gary Samuelson one on the Avini Nano Silver. And so that one will be going in here along with this. And so all of that is really, really good. The compensation plan that I pulled up is right here. And so you can bring that up. That's also something that you can send to people, so that I like to have people, have it in hand so that you can go through it with them. So they're looking where you're looking. Everybody's on the same page. There's no confusion. Terms and conditions, all the rules. We're not going to use this to take over Lithuania. We're not going to, make major medical claims, all these different kinds of things. So just, don't do illegal stuff, essentially. And then we have all of this marketing stuff. And so the Avini Health Trifold, this is printable right now. It's emailable as a PDF. They are going to be having them, I think, in packs of 50 that will be, or you can order them to have physical ones. And they will be in the regular catalog as well as in the bonus catalog. So if you place an auto ship order, 20% of whatever you spent on that will go into essentially a bonus account for you. And then you can use those bonus points to buy product later, including the Trifolds marketing stuff. We're going to get t-shirts and hats and pens and various things like that, maybe tote bags coming up in the future at some point. But right now you can take those points and buy an extra bottle of Avini Cell Defender to use that as a maybe as a giveaway at one of your events, or as a sampling thing, or just to use it for your family. So it's a really good thing. And then starting in June, your customers will also have that option. So if they are on auto ship, they will get a 20% bonus that they can spend on more product later. But these have all the little product sheets that you can look at. And these are PDFs that can be printed or shared. Back here, new catalogs are in. So we have wholesale and retail, just retail. And then these are the launch packs. Everybody wanted to have those, so you can have that printed out. You can send that to your new person so that they can look at them before they're trying to sign up. And that really can help a lot. Let's see, we've got some chat happening here. Let's see. So is everybody seeing the share screen that I'm sharing? Let's see, are we going to offer business cards? I don't know if we're going to offer business cards yet, but there is a thing in there. Okay, yes. All right, so they do have in the printable material. So this is the if you go into the printable material under here, it'll go for me. There we go. This is the logo. So you can take that to your print shop and they can put that on your business cards. I don't know for sure if they're going to offer them to be ordered, but that's a possibility going forward. Okay, calendar. And this one right now, just I think, yeah, it just has the Robin West calls on there, but I believe they're going to be updating it so that you will have, like, you know, Dave Zoom here. If there's an event coming up, like the one in July, it'll be on here, these kinds of things. And we may be able to get it where you can go in, and if you're going to be hosting an event in Denver, you can probably call in and have them put it on the calendar so other people can see that you have that event coming in Denver. And then Prospect Manager is a new one. So you can hit this little plus sign there. And if you have a new prospect, you can fill them in here, so you can keep track of them in here. And then I believe from here, you'll be able to send stuff directly from the back office out to people. Orders, again, the same thing. Managing auto ship. If you need to change your auto ship, upgrade it, downgrade it, change it completely, this is where you would go to manage your auto ship. You can see your history. This is the reward store I was talking about, where you can spend those bonus points. And so instead of $75, 75 points. So there's just a lot back here that really can help us build our business. So again, the number one thing, the thing I'm going to most often is the team dashboard and the visual tree, where you can just go and see your business snapshot at a glance. You know, this is the thing you want to keep track of, especially these here and your active customers versus active distributors, to make sure that you're balanced. Because you know, it's, you know, really disheartening if you know you've got all of this stuff going on, and you miss out on a commission because you were one customer short or $3 short in your weak leg. So you need to keep track of that for yourself, but you also need to keep track of that for your downline, so that you're being a good upline and you're helping people out. All right, so let me look in here in the chat and the questions. Everybody says yes. Okay, is there anybody, does anybody have any other questions? You can put them in the Q&A, and I'll see if I can answer those this morning. And let's see. So I'll just leave that there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to, let's see, participants, see if they have the raised hand thing. Okay. All right, well, I think that we've gone through everything. So thanks everybody for being on the call today. And I hope this helps. This is recorded. I think we'll have it out so that you can show the training to new people as they're coming in. And I think that is it. Stop the recording. There we go.